In this video, we will learn about the gradient tool. The gradient tool allows you to modify gradients after they've been applied to your objects. If you'd like to follow along, you can download this illustration from the link below this video. In addition to changing our gradients in the gradient panel, we also have access to a great tool in the Tools panel called the Gradient tool. Let's see how that works. Let's select the bottom rectangle and grab the Gradient tool. When you select the Gradient tool, you'll see the Gradient Annotator. This is a great way to adjust your gradients on the fly. Notice the Gradient Annotator has the same color stops that are available in the Gradient panel. We could easily adjust the colors on the fly by double-clicking the color stop and choosing a new color. We can also take these sliders and pull them down to get a different variation of the gradient. We'll adjust here and pull this down as well. Let's double-click the gradient stop to adjust the color. Now let's adjust the gradient that makes up the sky. Go over to the Tools panel and select our Gradient tool. And maybe change that to yellow. Double-click here and let's choose a nice blue color for that color stop. And this time, instead of having a linear gradient, let's see what happens if we select radial. You can edit a radial gradient just like you can a linear gradient. You'll see the color stops that you can modify, and you can also rotate your gradient around if you needed to. Let's reposition our gradient. We'll turn the visibility off next to the large glow layer and see now that we have a completely different effect by using the Gradient tool in the Tools panel. In this lesson, we learned that not only can we modify gradients in the Gradient panel, but we also have the Gradient tool that allows us to easily change color, change the direction, and edit our gradients. In the next lesson, we will continue discussing gradients and learn additional ways to modify and apply gradients. See you then.